Well. GM. G.
To the
M. Right morning, my friends. DJs, Diamond Hand fam, Forge and Fuel crew, super soldiers, one percenters, pioneers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out, and anyone in between. Welcome back, and welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel, baby. Woo! 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 Shout out to all of you beautiful humming beings tapped in, tuned in, locked in, live in prime time. I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, let me tell you, that we got one hell of a show on tap for you here on this wonderful Wednesday morning. It is March the 19th, 2025, and I hope you're ready to come alive because episode 692 has more good vibration, more motivation, and more inspiration coming your way than you're going to know what to do with over the course of the next hour to hour and a half or so, baby. But before we dive in, before we begin, before we can tap into a single vibe on aforementioned opposite side, I must humbly ask you to do a few things. If you can find it in that big old heart of yours to do so this morning, maybe you could think about doing me a few favors. Maybe you could take just a quick second. 2. Smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the Forge of Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell right over yonder directly located next to located directly next to that subscribe button over there as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the platform. And if you're enjoying this morning's program, you might as well hit that little like button down there over in that direction one time for the one time so you can help that algo go and flow on the old tube of the U variety. But maybe you don't like the old tube. Maybe you like a little more censorship-free platform. Maybe you enjoy the old RUMBLE. Well, we're broadcasting live there as well right now. And if you're tuning in on Rumble and you haven't already, maybe you could smash that subscribe button. Maybe turn on a notification bell. Maybe even smash that like button as well and help that old algo go and flow on the old Rumble. Maybe you don't like either one of those. Maybe your viewing platform of pleasure also doubles as your platform of truth seeking. Maybe your red pill popping and rabbit hole diving is done after you get a little motivation and inspiration on this show over there on the old X app. And if you're tuning in on the X app this morning, maybe you could hit that heart button. maybe you could smash that repost button. And if you could be so kind, you could crush that quote post button and let the people know on your X timeline why you've decided to tune in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last, but certainly not least,
If you're listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory, like Apple, Amazon, or maybe even watching on Spotify too, maybe you could take a moment to hit that follow, leave us a 5-star rating, or honestly, just take a moment to smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, because it only helps us continue to grow and flow on all those platforms as well. Nah, man.
oh shit! That almost went real bad, real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Holy shit! Shout out to all you beautiful human beings tapped in, tuned in, locked in, live in prime time that have already hit all those buttons and helped us get going and flowing in the algo this morning. But my friends, maybe you're sitting there and you haven't smashed those buttons yet. You're wondering, why should I do that? I'm just here to get a little vibe. I'm just here to start my day the right way. Why in the hell do I need to hit all those buttons, baby? Well, it only helps this show grow. It helps us get into the algo, as I have mentioned. And also, maybe this show makes you laugh. Maybe this show makes you cry. Maybe this show makes you think. Maybe this show makes you go, I ain't ever thought about it that way before. And if so, don't be a hoe, share the show, be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's program. That's right, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time on episode 692 of Forge and Fuel. Hope you're ready to start your day the right way, because we got an action-packed episode for you today, my friends. Let me tell you, from beginning to end, you gonna be on fire. You gonna feeling alive. I'm already feeling good. Let me tell you, I was out of coffee this morning. Been working on some things, stuff going on, left, right, and center. I said, oh no, I forgot to go to the old Walgreens and get me some more coffee yesterday. So you might say, Cap, how do you have so much energy? Well, luck would have it that I have some pre-workout on hand, and I decided to take a half a scoop of pre-workout before this show. So let me tell you what, I am feeling like this right now. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby! I mean, I feel like I got to go move something. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I did a little too much. Maybe I'm in a perfect spot. Who's to say, who's to know? I'm feeling fantastic right now is what I'm trying to tell you. If I did a full scoop, I might damn near go straight through this screen and just, But right now, good spot right here, right now. So I just want to let you know, no coffee to cheers to you this morning. But I do have the usual gallon. Get your gallon in a day, kids, before noon, and you'll feel like a brand new humming bean. Oh, that's some high quality H2O. Dilute some of that pre-workout. I did raw scoop it. Who's to say, who's to know? I'm a psycho like that sometimes. However, my friends, maybe you're not as awake as I am. Maybe you're still stretching it out for the day. Maybe this show is your alarm clock. Maybe you're just waking up. It's bright in here, smart. Knocking the sleep out of your eyes. Maybe you're swinging your legs over the edge of the bed, planting your toes into the ground, standing up for the first time, and maybe you're traveling around that bed of yours, making that bed as you got me going on over in the corner there on your nightstand. Maybe you've already been through all of that. You've picked out your outfit of the day, and now you're getting all squeaky clean, baby. Maybe you got me going on in your bathroom while you're in the shower. Hey, how's it going in there? Hope that shower's good. Maybe I'm with you in the gym. Maybe I'm with you while you're locked in your vehicular device, speeding down the freeway at 80 to 90 miles an hour in rush hour traffic. Oh, my goodness. Maybe you've made it all the way through that. Maybe you're already in the four walls of your cubicle, and you're starting to look at those morning emails and your list from yesterday afternoon that you forgot about, and you're starting to feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, and oh my gosh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to. Maybe you're excited about being at work, and because you get the opportunity to put this show on your projector and share it with the entire work family. Who's to say, who's to know where you might be or what you might be doing? But my friends, it's time to begin this show a very specific way. See, as you can tell, don't like to button it up right away. Like to be a little goofy, like to have some fun, let you know we're regular ass humming beans too. We have some fun around here. We can laugh, we can chuckle, we can carry on. So, speaking of, feels like a good time to get into our morning laughs. And my friends, we don't have 1, 2, but we got 3 morning laughs on this beautiful Wednesday morning. So, without any further hesitation or delay, shout out to all you beautiful humming beings live in prime time in the chat. Haven't shouted you out yet. I see all you guys over there. Appreciate you starting off hot right from the rip. Let's get in to your laughs of the morning. My friends, your first laugh comes from a comedian. I can't think of his name. I wish they would have tagged him in the doggone clip and I would have put him out there. I probably could have found him if I did a little bit of research. Either way, just a little funny ha-ha on the fact that so many people these days just be saying stupid shit.
Another stupid ass thing people say, I caught a cold. Why would you catch a cold? Why don't you just let it go? People saying stupid shit everywhere I go. Like Jerry Seinfeld told me he's going to build him a new house and he's going to build it from the ground up. I said, that'd probably be the best way to start building that house. So you start with the roof, you're going to run into some trouble. People just say stupid shit all the time. He dead and gone. Now, what the hell does dead and gone mean? Dead and gone. Anybody ever died and stayed? People just say stupid shit. I'm at a funeral, and the preacher said the lady was in a better place. And I'm going, she's in a box. Just stupid shit.
He's serious as a heart attack, too. Oh, shit. And he probably said, that's stupid shit. What, a heart attack isn't serious? Hold on, run this.
I got a cold. That's another stupid ass thing people say, I caught a cold. Why would you catch a cold? Why don't you just let it go? People saying stupid shit everywhere I go. Like Jerry Seinfeld told me he's going to build him a new house and he's going to build it from the ground up. I said, that'd probably be the best way to start building that house. So you start with the roof, you're going to run into some trouble. People just say stupid shit all the time. He dead and gone. Now, what the hell does dead and gone mean? Dead and gone. Anybody ever died and stayed? People just say stupid shit. I'm at a funeral, and the preacher said the lady was in a better place. And I'm going, she's in a box. Just stupid shit.
She's in a box. Just stupid shit. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Anybody ever died and stayed? Whoo, that's an oldie but a goodie. That one floats around the internet every once in a while. About this time yearly, it starts making its rounds in the algorithm again, and it just started coming back into mind. So I said, why the hell not? Maybe remind you, just don't say stupid shit, like Bill Engvall used to say, here's your sign, right? He's got one of my favorite Bill Engvall skits. If you don't like the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, boys, Bill Engvall, Jeff Foxworthy, Larry the Cable Guy, Ron White, you don't like comedy. Period. You don't like comedy. And there was one when Engvall would come out and he would do his, here's your sign. He said, man, I was at the doggone grocery store the other day. I went back out to my doggone car and I had locked my keys in the thing. But luck would have it that I had bought a couple hangers. So I started unstretching one of them hangers and sticking it down there and trying to get that lock. And some bozo come up to me and said, hey, you lock your keys in your car? And I said, nope, just hanging her up for a dry. Here's your sign. What about... Oh, shout out the Blue Collar Comedy Boys. Man, I haven't seen Bill Engvall or Larry the Cable Guy or Jeff Foxworthy. Although, really, the only one I really see anymore is Ron White. Ron White still does open mics almost every night at the Comedy Mothership in Austin. Or Ron White, they call me Tater Salad. Shoot him in the head, Scooter. Who's to know? But, my friends, there's your first laugh of this show. Your second laugh of your collection of morning laughs comes from the streets of Atlanta, where if you don't know, you won't know. Like other cities, you can rent out little scooters, little lime scooters, and just zip around the city and see some things for not free 99, but a lot more cheaper than if you're getting Ubered here, Ubered there. Sometimes it's a little fun. I did it in Milwaukee. It's kind of a little fun. You can kind of zip all around the city and check things out, and they have a zone where you leave them. Besides the point. Well, maybe you and your sweetheart decide to rent a couple of those scooters and cruise around town. And maybe you're just feeling yourself. You're feeling good. You're saying some things. Oh, yeah, you're feeling like the man. And unfortunately, you forget that your significant other is right behind you. And as you're feeling like the man, she exposes you for the man you are. So, my friends, maybe just a subtle reminder that your significant other knows you better than anybody else. And even when you're on the public streets, they may just tell you and others what's actually going on. wait. Oh shit! Oh, she exposes the shit out of him. Hey, one more time. Oh shit! I love cocaine. He's never had cocaine in his life. Hey, at least she keeps him honest. Who's say, who's to know? Woo, boy. Oh. Your final laugh of the morning, my friends, is one we can all resonate with. You know, maybe you've had to go through this recently. Maybe you've had to go through it a long time ago. Maybe it's about to come back to your doorstep. Maybe you're about to have to go to one of those dealerships or one of those vehicle repair facilities, and you're going to have to get a little tune-up, little adjustment, little brake job, little oil change. You know the vibes. Maybe it's that time of the year again. The winter's hard on the old vehicles, you know. So, my friends, just a subtle reminder that, boy, oh boy, you better check all the charges at the door before you let them start busting into that car, or else you might have a sweet surprise like this young lady right here.
Right, welcome back. Okay, so your total for your brake repair, your brake flush, and you're cleaning out your entire system, you're looking at $1,000. I'm sorry.
You got to be crazy.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We have payment option plans available for you.
That's too damn much.
Okay.
Ooh, don't make me cuss.
Okay, ma'am.
No.
Do you remember when we went over it in the beginning? And you saw
It said $150.
No, so that's,
Yes, it did.
That's just parts.
So, what parts?
The parts.
You got to be crazy.
No, so we have payment plans. Do you have your ID?
Payment? I got payment plan for y'all.
Okay.
Jesus.
I got a payment plan for y'all. That deserves another one. Oh,
All right, welcome back. Okay. So your total for your brake repair, your brake flush, and you're cleaning out your entire system, you're looking at $1,000. I'm sorry.
You got to be crazy.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We have payment option plans available for you.
That's too damn much.
Okay.
Ooh, don't make me cuss.
Okay, ma'am.
No.
Do you remember when we went over it in the beginning? And you saw
It said $150.
No, so that's,
Yes, it did.
That's just parts.
So, what parts?
The brake pads.
You got to be crazy.
No, so we have payment plans. Do you have your ID?
Payment? I got payment plan for y'all.
Okay.
Jesus.
I got a payment plan for y'all. Woo! Oh shit, we've all been there. Oh, we've all been there. You get something simple. You're like, I just get my window fixed. This can't be but a couple $100. The next thing you know, you get a $1,300 bill just slapped in your face. Whoa, wait a minute. Well, how'd this happen? Well, we had to pay Jose to clean down the mirror in the window. And then we had to pay Bobby to break down the whole door. And then we had to pay Kyle to make sure that Bobby and Jose were doing their job well. And then we had to ship in the parts, that's a whole thing. And then we had to get it. And then a little extra labor on top. And then, of course, the taxes. It's like, holy shit, I might as well just go to O'Reilly Auto Parts, get my own thing, and get this thing figured out by myself. I mean, you want to save yourself some money, figure out how to work on your vehicles by yourself. Who's to say, who's to know? Which a lot of people, adults, I was going to say kids. I'm kind of still a kid. I mean, I'm 29 compared to the people I hang out with, for crying out loud. I'm still a kid. But a lot of young adults have no idea how to change their oil, have no clue how to change spark plugs, have no idea what an alternator is, could not point to you anything on an engine. I promise you that. Oh, hey, can you change the blinker fluid? Oh, yeah, where do I buy blinker fluid? Well, just go down there at O'Reilly. They'll get you set up. Just come on back and we'll get you filled back up with some blinker fluid. Who's to say, who's to know? I'm not going to say I haven't been there before. I may or may not have. In my construction days, I may or may not been sent on a mission for some black and yellow striped paint. Them motherfuckers. I never got with the bucket of steam. They couldn't get me with a bucket of steam. What the fuck am I going to go get a bucket of steam? Where am I going to find a bucket of steam? But they tell motherfuckers that. They say, hey, Bobby, go find us a bucket of steam. That son of a bitch would be walking around the plant for 3 hours with a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket in his hand, looking for somewhere that he could fill it up with steam and bring it back to the boys. I'm telling you what, you ask somebody, hey, go find a sky hook, connects to the sky. Go get that sky hook for us. So over there in that box, it connects up to the sky. Huh? Yeah, the sky hook over there. That motherfucker will be looking through that gang box for something that connects to the sky for I cannot tell you how long. See, I wasn't that dumb. But them motherfuckers, see, when I started out painting, they say, hey, wrong color. You got to go over to the job house, get you some of that black and yellow striped paint. I said, man, fuck you. Leave me alone. Don't, I'm not falling for your shit. No, motherfucker. This is important shit. Stop jacking around. Stop. Seriously, stop. I mean, they were serious as a heart attack. So, okay, fine, whatever. So I go walking over to the job trailer. Well, I'm a brand new stooge, and if you've ever been on a construction site, all the white hats are in the job trailer, feet kicked back, talking shit, and here my dumbass walks in. Oh, I'm looking for the black and yellow striped paint. And they all kind of fucking look around, kind of smirk, but none of them really let it go. And they say, oh no, they sent you over here. You got to go to the basement. I said, the fucking basement? Said, yeah, the basement. I said, I ain't never heard of no fucker. You mean this place got a basement? He said, yeah, anybody never showed you the basement? No, I ain't seen the basement. He said, well, just go to the elevator in the back right, hit the basement, you'll find it. All right. So I go into the plant, walk in circles, trying to find this elevator, finally find it. But hey, there's no basement button. I'm already on the basement. So I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on here? Apparently, I need to go to another location, another various escalator or eel or something that takes me to some magical basement that I don't know exists and find this black and yellow striped paint. Well, I go back to the old job site and I talk to my white hat, my foreman. And he said, oh, no, you went to the wrong, you got to go back out to the job site. Go back to the house, go talk to them. They'll tell you they sent you the wrong spot. So for an hour straight, my dumb ass is on this loop to my job site, the job trailer, into the plant. And finally, I get back to the job site for the 4th time, and there is a group of human beings just laughing their asses off. What's so damn funny? And one of the assholes that always gave me shit, old Spinner, he goes, hey, Scooter, where's that black and yellow striped paint? Ah, damn it. Oh, they got me. Shit. So, my friends, if anybody ever tells you to go find striped paint, there is no such thing as striped paint. You cannot paint 2 colors at the same time. It has not been invented yet. You have to paint one black, mask it off, and then one yellow. There is no such thing as black and yellow striped paint. I was 16, all right? Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. Shit happens sometimes, all right? Who's to say, who's to know? There's my construction story for the show. Shout out to all you beautiful human beings over there in the chat. See you enjoying the morning laughs, getting rocking and rolling and going here live in prime time. Appreciate you being here. If you got anything burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul over the duration of the program, whether it's an additional piece of perspective or knowledge on one of the topics that we dive down, a rabbit hole that we go all the way deep into, maybe an additional question on said rabbit hole, or maybe even a question in regards to an obstacle that you're dealing with and how you might need some perspective on how to turn it into an opportunity. That live chat is open all morning long on X, on YouTube, and on Rumble. And on the third segment of the day, we'll dive in and we'll say, "What up, baby?" and see what you beautiful humming beings have got to say. But speaking of segments, it appears to me, as I hope it does to thee, that we're really fired up around here. We're feeling good. The laughs have been completed, and it seems like it's time to get into your first segment of the day. So, my friends, if you had one of them Tuesdays where you were just slaying and filleting through the obstacles, the trials and tribulations were nonstop. You had the flaming arrows coming your way, and you were trying your best to grab them out of the air and crack them over your knee, but a couple hit you in the armor, and you had to use your shield a few times. And now you're back at base camp this morning realizing, oh my, I need to get these dents out of this armor. I need to sharpen back up this battle weapon so I can go back out there today and slay and fillet once again, baby. That sounds like something you could use. Well, get yourself a piece of notebook paper, maybe your notes app on your phone, maybe an iPad and a magic pen, maybe a piece of parchment, a large feathery quill, and a nice big old jar of ink. Whatever you might need to keep track of the knowledge and insights about to come your way as we get into your first segment of the day. It is time for your Sharpening Session. Alrighty then, my friends. Excuse me. Here we are back live in prime time for your first segment of the day, your Sharpening Session on this 692nd episode of Forge and Fuel on this wonderful Wednesday morning, March the 19th, 2025. And I hope you're really ready to come alive. Hope you're ready to gain a little knowledge, a little insight, get that mindset back in check. Because, my friends, we got a nice little topic to start off with here today. Something that I believe everybody could handle hearing every once in a while. Maybe right now. Maybe there's somebody specific who needs to hear this. So the topic of the day, my friends, if you didn't read the title of the show, or maybe you didn't see the thumbnail, you won't know where we're about to go. So let me get you all the way up to date before we conversate on your opening topic of the morning. So you want to be happy. So you want to be happy. And yesterday, if you vaguely remember, on the Reaction Refinery, we had Trevor Noah and Andy Frisella who gave us some perspective on happiness. And I talked about success, about it not being found in a destination, rather in your understanding and your ability to consistently take action, do the right thing, even if you don't know it's the right thing, even if you think it's the wrong thing, when everything else is going wrong, you keep doing the right thing. That's how you find happiness. But I started thinking about it a little more after yesterday's show. And I started thinking about those times when you're down in the dumps. Everybody gets there. It's part of life. It's not always sunshine, rainbows, unicorns, and puppy dogs. You can't always be positive. Sometimes shit just smacks you in the mouth and you got to just talk it out. You got to say it how it is. And every once in a while, this life is cause for a little knuckle dragging. It's all right. We're humming beans. That happens. Life beats us down. As we saw on Monday's show, the devil will send things into your life that he hopes wipe you out. But it is your job to recognize those things and make them wake you up and make them keep you climbing up the mountain. Not when they come, you just slide right back down. So those moments when you're in the dumps, whether it's just rolling out of the wrong side of the bed and you just start your day the wrong way, something happens throughout your day and it just eats at you for the rest of the day. Maybe something massive happens and it eats at you for 72 hours, maybe a week, maybe you're all messed up in your thoughts. Whatever it is, I believe that I have found a surefire way to help you overcome those down in the dumps moments. And it may not 100% cure it. It may not get you all the way through it, but I promise you that what I'm about to share with you will at least get you closer to the mindset and to that happiness that we're all trying to seek. So, my friends, I'll be honest with you. Been a little down in the dumps lately. Been working on a little this, a little that. Life is lifing. Life is lifing for a lot of people right now. I've been having conversations with a lot of people lately, and a lot of things are going on. Somebody always has worse problems than you. Remember that, number one, that maybe all your problems aren't so doggone big, and maybe other people have some other things that, boy, oh boy, you don't even know if you could handle. That's the first thing. But, you know, as I've been having these conversations and just realizing how difficult life is right now, it's kind of wild, you know, even with the transfer of the new administration in our country and everything going on, you know, the economy is still on its right there. It's like, oh shit, could a recession happen? Like, oh fuck, I don't know. I mean, it is going to take a lot of time to unfoobar a lot of the things that have happened over the last 4 years. And, you know, unfortunately, a lot of people don't have that much time. A lot of people are really struggling, robbing Peter to pay Paul, going here, going there, trying to make anything happen right now. And it's so easy in those moments, in those times of life, those down in the dumps, to get down in the dumps, to feel anxious, to feel stressed out, to feel worried, to feel depressed. It's so easy. That's why we talk about all the things we talk about on this show, to give you that thing to tap into, to shift the mindset, move the muscle in the right direction. But this morning, I want to share something with you even simpler. See, I went on a walk yesterday. I was just sitting here at the desk. Guys, shit was a mile high. I said, you know what? Yeah. I'm going to go get some fresh air, connect with the creator, breathe in some of that good nature, push my toes in the ground for a little while, go do a couple of laps. So as I'm doing that, I walk out the door and I see these two ladies, and they're speaking in Russian, Polish, Ukrainian. I don't know, somewhere over there in Middle Eastern Europe, whatever. And I got a lot of them around here. Shout out to all of them. And they are having this conversation. I mean, it's right here on the main walkway. And I'm just, whoa, what the fuck? So where they were standing was where I wanted to walk. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to adjust what I want to do just on account of somebody else. Like, oh, fuck it, whatever. So I walk by and they notice me and they kind of realize the conversation they're having. And I just look at them and I say, great evening, ladies. How you doing? And they both spoke English. And they say, oh, hi, how's it going? So, I'm doing great, just sucking down some air. And they kind of laughed and chuckled. I said, have a great evening. Just kept walking. And I kind of listened, eavesdropped, and that came down a little bit. And those smiles on their faces also made me happy. It made me kind of smile. We had a quick little conversation. I got this quick little dopamine hit. I said, ooh, that felt good. So I'm walking around the corner, and there's three little kids playing hopscotch, playing four corners, having some fun. It's warm weather. The kids are out again. So I get real close to them, or right where I'm right about where they're playing. I say, hey, let me get around. Look at me all weird. I said, what? Am I too old to play now? And they started laughing. They hand me the rock. I toss it. I do a little hopscotch. I said, ooh, I still got it. And they all started laughing. I said, you guys have a great night. Thank you. And I got another dopamine hit. I smiled, made them smile, kept on my walk. Started walking again and crossed paths with another lady. I said, hey, great evening. I got this look in return. I said, wow, must not be too much of a great evening. And I still smiled. Still got the. And I said, wow, maybe try smiling once. It might make you feel real good. And by that time we had crossed and she was gone. I got another dopamine hit. She wasn't. She didn't feel it. Kept walking around the bend, ran into another couple young cats sitting on their porch, probably 10, 12. Said, "What's up, big dogs?" "Oh, what's up, bro?" Threw him a peace sign. Let him know what's up. "Oh, what's up, big bro? How you doing?" "I'm doing awesome. How are you, boys?" "Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good." I said, "You enjoying this weather or what?" "Oh, we love it. We love it." Good for you, boys. Keep doing another dopamine hit. Back around the bend, two girls out talking, walking their dog. "Hey, girls, how you doing today?" Smiled at them. They smiled back. "Oh, we're doing great." "Ah, great for you." Kept walking. Held the door for some people once I got back to my building. One of the girls, her lanyard got stuck on the handle and all this stuff, and she was rushing. I said, slow down. I got you. Hold on. You're in a hurry here, speed racer. And I reached around and get her lanyard off. She goes, "Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It has been a day." I said, "Well, at least you woke up this morning." I said, yeah, you're right. And I got another dopamine hit. So the moral of the story, my friends, is if you want the dopamine hit, you got to be the one that takes it. And I'll also tell you that through me doing that, through me just making myself happy, just going and spreading light into the lives of others, most people don't fucking do that. That makes them feel uncomfortable as shit. How could I just go talk to random strangers on the street? Well, you're going to pass them and they're not going to remember you. You're not going to remember them. Or maybe they just might because you were really nice and totally different and you might change their entire life. Wow. What a fucking thought. That's crazy. But when you make yourself happy, you start to get into the right mindsets, and maybe you just might think of someone or something, as I did last night. And I decided to reach out to somebody I hadn't talked to in years. One of my best friends in college. And I said, "Hey, what the fuck are you still doing XYZ?" He said, "Bah, come on, I'm doing XYZ. Here, there, everywhere." I said, "What's up with your networking, XYZ? How we feeling there?" "Oh, I've been growing it, man. I got a little this, a little that. We could talk here, we could talk that." I said, "No shit. Well, good for you, man." So what you doing? I said, "I'm doing this, that, third, whatever." So, "Oh, yeah. So we start catching up. And he says, "Well, I'm doing this too." I said, "You said you're doing who now?" He said, "Yeah, man. I've been doing this." I said, "Well, let's have a little additional conversation. You know what? I just called to say hi. And wouldn't you just realize how this is all working out?" He said, "Man, this is kind of interesting. I think there might be something here. Who's to say, who's to know?" But it all became because I decided to get happy. I decided to smile. I decided to be the light in somebody else's life. And if you want to get happy, it's that simple. Realize that those small, quick, little dopamine hits, smiling at somebody, telling them great morning, having a deeper than a bucket of water conversation with the gas station attendant that you're inevitably going to cross this morning, or the 7-Eleven, or the grocery clerk, or the fuel attendant, whoever it is this morning, having a actual conversation with them, hitting them with a little dopamine, allowing that dopamine to rush through you. Those little dopamine hits are going to lead to bigger dopamine hits because you're just going to want to keep doing them, and you're going to want to keep in that mindset and in that energy and frequency and vibration because it feels good. Again, it's okay to be down in the dumps. Sometimes that's going to happen. You need the right people around you that you can say, "Hey man, this is where I'm really struggling. This is what's happening with me. I know you're on a whole different phase of everything. I just need an ear. I need somebody who understands and it just seems like they are just listening to me. That's all I need, is just somebody to listen right now. That's all I care about." And then eventually you'll be able to work through that. And you'll eventually see that life isn't so bad. You'll start to see that maybe other people got other shit they're going through, and you can be grateful for the trials and tribulations you have. Maybe you prayed for the trials and tribulations you have right now. Maybe not in this form. Maybe you didn't anticipate it this way. Maybe this is not what your crystal ball said, but maybe this is all part of God's plan. Not maybe, it is. It's all a blessing. It's all an opportunity. It's all a chance. And the more you focus on the past and the future, the more you don't have an opportunity to seize that gift in the present. The more you don't have an opportunity to understand these things. And that's where happiness is found. Because are you thinking about saying great morning, smiling at somebody, asking them how they're doing when you're spinning in your thoughts? when you're focused on the future and, oh my gosh, as soon as I get done here at the gas station, I got to go here and I got to make sure this happens. I got to cross this off my list. Or are you right here now? Or are you in the past? Oh my gosh, I hate my life and everything's so bad. Yeah, cross somebody. Oh, the clerk said something to me. How you doing? Oh, I'm good. Oh, good. You ever wonder why that's everybody's response? Because they're in the Rolodex of their mind. Non-stop. They're never in the present moment. They never push their toes into the ground. They never give themselves the chance to be happy. So my friends, you want to be happy, give yourself the chance. Try making someone else happy. Try getting into the present moment. Try stop living your life in the doubt or the anxiety of the past. Stop living your life in the doubt and the fear and the worry of the future. Live it right now. That's where all that stuff is generated. All those things are thoughts, are feelings, because it's the unknown. The unknown can take away our happiness faster than anything in this world. But the unknown is also where the magic happens. The unknown is where uncomfortability arises. And if you can't get uncomfortable, you'll never have the opportunity to be comfortable. You might think you're comfortable, but it's an average life. And around here, we're above average. We go much higher than that. So my friends, if you want to be happy, don't look for someone or something or anything else to make you happy. Make your own self happy. And maybe that just starts by smiling at somebody else and making their life a little bit better. Who's to say, who's to know? But there's my opening thoughts on the show. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I had to find the button. Woo! Woo! Hope you enjoyed that. A little break it down. Oh yeah. Who say who's to know? So you say you want to get happy. Who say who's to know, my friends? Hope you enjoyed that perspective. There is your opening segment of the day. Quick little sip of agua from the kid. Well, my friends, that is your sharpening session. So you say you want to be happy. Well, maybe now you know just how to get there. But my friends, that does it for your first segment of the day. That's all the more I've got coming your way. So, it appears to me, as I hope to thee, that it's time to keep this proverbial show train chugging on down the tracks of change. As we make our way to Perspective Station, and you know the vibes, it's time to get on to the cruise liner of change and begin to surf through the waves of wisdom. And make ourselves all the way over to Insight Island, where the eagles soar high in the sky. That's right, my friends. It's time to get into your second segment of the day, where we pop up some clips, watch them, and then dive into some additional perspective, baby. So strap in, lock in, tap in. Don't go nowhere. After this brief transition, we'll see you again, because it's time for your Reaction Refinery. Okie dokie, artichokes. Here we are, back live in prime time for your second segment of the day, your Reaction Refinery, here on episode 692 of Forge and Fuel, baby. And if you don't know, you won't know. It is a wonderful Wednesday, a hump day March the 19th, 2025. And I hope you're ready to keep coming alive because we got plenty more vibes coming your way on this beautiful Wednesday. And without any further hesitation or delay, let's get into your 1, 2, 3, and 4 clips on this morning's Reaction Refinery. We get into clip number 1 that features a high-level humming bean. He goes by the name of Dan Coe. And Dan joins us this morning to give us some thoughts, some perspectives, some knowledge, some insights. And oh, here's Dan Coe, so you know how to spell his name. There he is. The one, the only, K-O-E. Give us some perspective this morning on why learning isn't fun.
Learning comes from struggle and effort. Learning isn't supposed to be fun because learning comes from struggle and effort, not memorization. Start, then learn. And no, don't watch 20 tutorials beforehand or buy a bunch of books or queue a bunch of podcasts. You have to try to figure it out first. You need to try, hit a wall, and that is when your mind is the most hungry to learn. You don't learn when your mind isn't hungry. You don't actually pick it up and retain the information. Then from there, that's when you start the tutorials. That's when you ask AI. So you can overcome that bump until you hit the next one when your mind is hungry to learn again. And then you repeat that process. Then when you complete the project, you publish it so you can get public feedback because that unlocks another layer of learning that most people don't even give themselves a chance to receive. You only learn 50% of what you can learn if you don't actually put it in front of people. You're learning so that you can do something. And if you don't do it, then you close yourself off to the most profound lessons.
Dan just told you why so many people never achieve what they want to achieve or what they originally set out to achieve or find success or reach the top of the mountain because they want to make sure everything is perfect before they dive in. They want to make sure that whole airplane is built before they jump off the cliff. And how many times have we talked about on this show that you have to jump off the cliff, build the airplane on the way down, know you're going to splat right on the bottom of the canyon, pick up all the pieces again, and climb back up the mountain. And here's what happens. I've said this many, many times. Those 15, 20, 50, 100 people that get that same idea, that same $1 million idea, the spark of brilliance that you have, that little fire flame, they're all standing on the cliff's edge. And some people are up there trying to put together the fucking plane and make it all look pretty. Some people are diving off, just getting after it, splatting on the bottom. Some people, when they are splatting on the bottom, there's, ooh, I can't do that again. And they pack it in and they start finding a way home. And then there's a group that makes their way back up. And as they've made their way back up, ready to jump off again, that group that stayed there trying to build the perfect airplane, make everything look good, is still building. They're still trying to figure it out. And now these guys are ready for their second jump. They jump. Maybe they splat again, but they learn how to build that airplane a whole bunch more. And then that group slims down a little bit more. Smaller group goes back up the mountain. And then that group right there, whoever leaps the fastest and whoever dares to build the airplane the fastest on the way down is the one who takes flight. And that is how the people find success. And all of a sudden you see this airplane flying and the people are still on the cliff's edge building their little part, making it perfect. Hey, that was my $1 million idea. Maybe you didn't get it because you weren't willing to go through the struggle and put in the effort before you made everything perfect. And once you dive in, that's why I just throw shit at the wall, try something, see what happens. If it doesn't work, if a conversation goes differently than I thought, if an opportunity rolls out differently or whatever happens, then I just go back to the drawing board. I take what I did, I take what happened, I take what I learned from it, and then I go apply it again. And it's that simple. Go ask AI. You know, AI is not even real. I hate to burst your bubble. Something can't be artificial and intelligent at the same time. Let's just get on the same page, right? So I'm just here to tell you that AI is not going to change the future. It's not going to create the future. All it is an algorithmic learning search engine that literally builds upon itself. And all you're doing is Googling, and it has the ability to just go through all the fucking shit. And it would have no ability to create a unicorn with a cowboy riding on the back of it if there were no unicorn images on the internet and no cowboy images on the internet. It compiles all of that together to produce what you see. It's not some intelligence that's just pulling this out of thin air. Okay, so there's so we're on the same page. So that you know that, now you know how to ask it, how to prompt it. That's why the most successful people with AI know how to ask it in a certain way so it goes and searches for what they actually need and don't give them pointless information and have to go down this whole rabbit hole. So then you can go ask AI, you can go start looking at the YouTube videos, go trying this, then go apply it. And then once it looks good, just throw it out to the world. Who cares if somebody doesn't like it? Who cares if you put out a reel and you get 2 likes? Who cares? I did that for the longest time. Now I get 20 to 25 likes on every single one of my reels. Now on TikTok, it used to be 5 to 10. Now it's 50 to 100. You just have to keep putting shit out there. And the crazy part is you're going to put shit out there that is cringe, that you don't like, that, oh gosh, I hate that version. Ooh. Well, at least now you know what to fix. But if you didn't put it out on the timeline, you didn't view it with your own eyes, man, you would have never even had that opportunity to get that feedback to maybe adjust it and try something new. And you want to wake up. If you post out a video and you can't stand to watch that, you don't even want to look at yourself or how the video is, that means you know it's not worth a shit. Means you know you got to improve it. If you consistently watch, like, damn, I said that. Oh shit, that's fire. Oh shit. Then you know you have something. And if people start to like it, it hits the algorithm, then just repeat the process and keep leaning into that thing, that niche, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden, there'll just be this momentum and you'll have this feeling and all this stuff will just start to happen. The proverbial doors might start to reveal themselves. And maybe when one door closes, another door opens. Sometimes it's hell in the hallway. Maybe that's not the right door. That's why all the doors in the hallway are 2-way doors. So you can go in, peruse around the room, check out the shelves, look at the sheets, see what's going on with the furniture, say, I don't think I like this as much as I thought I did, and turn your happy ass around, go right back out the door, back in the hallway, back in your process, doing what you know is right. And eventually that next door will pop up. I promise you, I'm going through it right now. Shout out Dan Coe. Banger on the first clip of your second segment of this fine show. Your second clip, my friends, features a man that I am a big fan of. Not only because of his perspective and his knowledge and the insights that he likes to share from time to time. This man is a super soldier to the core. And every once in a while, you catch him on a podcast or an interview or somewhere, and he'd be dropping some bombs. And, you know, it kind of goes over their heads. But hey, woo, if you listen, you say, oh, damn. And then also, he's just got banger music. His tunes are just quality. I don't care what you say, St. John. The one, the only, here this morning to give us some perspective on getting over the hump.
A car when it's stuck in the mud and you got to rock it back and forth. The minute you finally get over the hump, you have to keep pushing. The hardest thing to do is the rock, because the uncertainty of whether you're actually gonna get over the hump or not, that's where the doubt creeps in. So the minute you finally get over, that's when you push with all your might. Because rolling it back into the mud is the most discouraging thing possible. You might not have the energy to do it twice. Few people know how to do it twice. So once you catch your first bit of momentum, foot on neck, foot on gas. Don't look back. Don't care who the fuck is in your rear view, where the shouts and the screams is coming from. I catch you when I circle the block. But I'm not looking over my shoulder to see if I need you.
Run that shit.
You ever seen a car when it's stuck in the mud and you got to rock it back and forth? The minute you finally get over the hump, you have to keep pushing. The hardest thing to do is the rock, because the uncertainty of whether you're actually gonna get over the hump or not, That's where the doubt creeps in. So the minute you finally get over, that's when you push with all your might. Because rolling it back into the mud is the most discouraging thing possible. You might not have the energy to do it twice. Few people know how to do it twice. So once you catch your first bit of momentum, foot on neck, foot on gas. Don't look back. Don't care who the fuck is in your rear view, where the shouts and the screams is coming from. I catch you when I circle the block. But I'm not looking over my shoulder to see if I need you.
Hot damn. Woo boy. Man, I find myself in that rock right now. And when he says foot on neck, you feel that momentum. You cannot go back into the mud. You cannot go back and do things that you've done before. You cannot revert to the life that you once lived because you have been given so much and you have come so fucking far. You have to figure out a way. If you get over that hump, if you get out of the mud, if the wheels catch just a little bit of fucking traction, you have to gun the fuck out of that son of a bitch and catch every bit you can. Do whatever you can. And regardless of what he said, what anybody else sees, what anybody else believes, if anybody else understands it, if anybody else has your back, you're the one driving the fucking car. You're the one slamming it into drive. You're the one that has had to rock back and forth with nobody pushing you. And you finally got over the hump. So keep hammering down. And there will be those people in the rear view say, wait about me. Don't you remember me? We don't have rear view mirrors around here. Rocket ships don't have reverse gears or rear view mirrors. I can't go backwards. I can't regress. Who's to say, who's to know? Just speaking this into existence on this show right now might mean something. And some of you might really understand what that means if you are the OGs. Who's to say, who's to know? I just have this crazy feeling that things are going to work out in a way that none of us even anticipated. And I believe that it will all be revealed. Who's to say, who's to know? Your third clip of this fine morning show features a man that we've had on this program a couple of times. Likes to give you some perspective in a different way. A little of this, a little of that, a little around the bend, baby. He's on podcasts all the time. This is actually him on a podcast right here. And he's all over the map in the motivational lanes. He is a PhD. The one and only Dr. Joe Dispenza joins us this morning, my friends. And Mr. Ken Buckler. Ken Buckler.
Energy, frequency, and vibrations. E, F, and V. E, F, and V.
Ladies and gentlemen, this your third clip of the morning is Dr. Joe Dispenza telling you how and why you should upgrade your Wi-Fi.
The field is the sole governing agent. Einstein said the field is the sole governing agency of the particle. If the quantum field is an invisible field of energy that exists beyond our senses, beyond our body, our environment, and time, then the only way we are going to connect to it is take all of our attention off our body, take all of your attention off of linear time, the predictable future and the familiar past, and find the sweet spot of the generous present moment. That's the unknown. That's the door. If it's all frequency and it's all energy, then the next thing we have to do then is get our brain coherent, because thought is the electrical charge. It's the impulse in the quantum field. And the feeling, the elevated emotion, is the magnetic charge. You take a thought and a feeling, an image and an emotion, a vision of the future with a coherent brain and a coherent heart, you got a whole new Wi-Fi signal. Now you're broadcasting new information into the field, and you're connected to this field. Keep changing the information in the field, you're going to change the destiny of your experience and matter.
He said you've upgraded your Wi-Fi. Ah! Woo! Tell me that ain't some fire flame right there from Dr. JD. Oh, damn. Think about that. Those thoughts. They are the impulses, the electrical signals out into the ether, out in, that is your energy. What energy are you putting out? The pulsations of your aura, that energy, right? The things you frequently see set that exact thing. How are you thinking? Are you in the familiar past, or are you in the confusing future, or are you in the generous present moment, as I've already talked about today ad nauseum? Because that's where you can tune in that Wi-Fi. That's where you can really dial that in, as we've talked about on this show. And who's to say, who's to know where you just might be able to go? Because if a feeling can create a circumstance, or a circumstance can create a feeling, then vice versa. If you can go to a place and it makes you feel a certain way, then you can feel a certain way and it'll take you to a place. It is that simple. E, F, and V. Upgrade your Wi-Fi. Get your Wi-Fi out of the dark, dull past. Dial up internet. Wonder why you can't ever figure anything out. Oh my gosh, it feels so slow that ideas come to me, because you're dialing up into the past. Maybe get off of triple XYZ double backflip McTwisty broadband super cellulite double wrapped band high bandwidth super exo supreme cables in the future. Worried about those so far out. Oh, what the hell's going on here, man? Get the fuck out. Get out of here. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I ain't getting fucking notifications on my screen. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. What the fuck? I ain't got even. What the fuck is that? Either way, my friends, upgrading your Wi-Fi, and you get that sweet spot, that sweet Wi-Fi just pulsing out right here in the present moment. Who's say, who's to know? Dr. Joe Dispenza. Shout out. Woo! What a great clip that was. Well, my friends, we have reached your fourth and final clip of the morning. And this features quite possibly one of my favorite humming beings on this entire planet. If you know me, you know I am a massive fan of mixed martial arts in all forms and varieties. You know I am a massive fan of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And I've been watching that since since some of the first couple pay-per-views, for crying out loud. And I've been watching this cat right here that we're about to see since he was just a young 20-year-old boy. Just a good boy. Just a 20-year-old boy right there in the old cage. And I have watched him become a man, and a man that I look up to, that has so much perspective, so much knowledge. If I could be half the father, half the man he is one day, boy, oh boy, I think I'll be doing something. Who's to say, who's to know? Joining us this morning, the blessed one, Max Holloway, to give us some perspective on. Bring it on, brother.
Think I care? You think I'm care? Bring it on, brother. Think I care? You think I'm care? That's why me and you guys are different. That's why a lot of fighters is cut from a different cloth. So even some fighters is worried about certain weights. Why? If you're on the pound for pound list, you should be willing to fight anybody. That's what the pound for pound list is for, right? And I'm sick and tired of everybody telling me what I gotta think, how I do, putting a limit on me. You know what I mean? Just because you put a limit on yourself, don't put a limit on others. You know, your guys' limit is the sky. I'm reaching for the stars. I'm reaching for other universes. So.
Woo! Woo! The blessed, baby. Oh! Don't put limit on others. You're reaching for the sky. I'm going for other universes. We're on a rocket ship. Y'all are just in a little airplane. That's what. Woo! Bring it on, brother. Bring it on, brother. You think I'm scared? You think I'm afraid? You think I'm fearful of going after everything I've believed in? Hell no. I got the greatest being in the universe on my side, and he's told me over 360 times in that good book of his, do not be afraid. So what's my job? Not to be afraid. I can sometimes drag the knuckles, sometimes lose my happiness, sometimes get a little out of the present moment, but I got to drag myself back into that present moment, stick my toes into the ground, get grateful again, get happy again, and say, bring it on, brother. Roll up the sleeves. You ever seen that Lost in Yonkers? Oh, how about that for a movie reference for you? You think I don't know my movies? Lost in Yonkers. What's Moxie? That's Moxie. I mean, hey, come on, man. Throw up the dick beaters. Let's dance. That's Moxie. No matter what trial, tribulation, no matter how big the enemy, you feel like David and Goliath is out there on the battlefield. You say, all right, I don't know, but I ain't going to be afraid. I'm going to lean on this train. I'm going to stick a paw out there, Wait a minute. Whoa, every time he's, oh, shit, I kind of got that range. He's putting that hand down. Wait a minute. Whoa, shit, he dropped. Oh, I did it. Whoa, how did that? Whoa. Jab, jab, cross. Jab, 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 cross. Pounding the stone over and over again. And then just maybe one day it breaks open. Who's to say, who's to know? Bring it on, brother. That's something I'm willing to fight for. Shout out Max Holloway. Ooh, got me fired up. Ha. Well, my friends, there is your 4 clips of the morning. Shout out to Dan Coe, St. John, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and the one and only Max Holloway. Max Blessed Holloway. My friends, now we're about to get in to the portion of the show where we connect with you, the live viewer. And I've been seeing that live chat over there hopping and popping all morning long. So if you've been tuning into the show and you haven't got in yet, whether you're on YouTube, Rumble, or X, and you got something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, well, now is your time to get it out live in the chat. Because after this brief transition, my friends, we'll be diving in and we're going to see what y'all have got to say on this beautiful Wednesday as we get into your third and final segment of the day. It's time for your Answers from the Anvil. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are. Back live in prime time for your third and final segment of the day. Your Answers from the Anvil here on episode 692 of Forge and Fuel, baby. Without any further hesitation or delay, let's shift up on the screen and see what you guys have got going on out there in the chat. The first amazing humming being live in the chat was in the chat 15 minutes pre-show. Jeff Oglesby, don't you know, Mr. Damascus himself, GM Jeff. Great morning to you, brother. Hope you're having a solid start to the day. Mama Capp live in the building. Kim Jones, great morning, chicken suckers. One of my morning reads, happiness is a choice I can make under almost any circumstance. Well then, that's my choice. Let's go! Shout out Mama Bear. I love that. That's some good stuff right there. Grammy P, GP live in the building. Roll out the red carpet. GM. Only way to start your day right here and now. Be the light. Be kind. Hold the door. Blessings to all. Shout out to you, GP. Love you. Appreciate your love and perspective in the chat. G. Lou, GM, hump day. Great morning to you, G. Lou. Hope you're having a solid start to the day, my man. Dimitri Liakos, happy hump day, fam. I hope everyone is having a great morning. I certainly am. Right back your way, young lady. Our friends over at Albright's Fur Farm, Jared Albright himself. Great morning to those above and those below. It's Wednesday, the 19th of March. Phew, one more day until the first day of spring. We made it. Stay blessed. Woo! Thanks for that reminder, Jared. I did not know that was the case. Shout out to you, good sir. Chris Aswomala. Great morning, Diamond Ham fam. Have a spectacular Wednesday, everyone. Smash your day. Shout out to you, Chris Aswomada. You smash your day, you chicken sucker. Who else we got out here live in the prime time, live on the flesh? Died and stayed. That was a good one. Who's to know? Jared Albright liked that one too. Brian Live Dog Livingston. Shout out to you, Live Doggy Dog. Appreciate the hell out of you, brother. Hope you're having a solid start to the day over there in New Jersey. Hope the whole Livingston family is doing absolutely spectacular. What else do we got? Oh, Mama Cap, little perspective. I always remember this. You can start your day over at any time. Hit that reset button. It's not hard. Maybe you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Get back in that son of a bitch and literally roll out of the right side of the bed. Who's to say, who's to know? Might even make you laugh at yourself and get you in a little bit of happiness. Shout out, Mama Bear. Who else we got out there? Oh, here he is. I'm just happy to be alive at this point. I probably shouldn't be, but I survive in spite of everything. Shout out, Ken, our friends over at Radio Free Hub City. We love you, Ken. We're glad you're here with us. More than glad. We're grateful, blessed, and highly favored to have you a part of what we're doing, brother. Appreciate the hell out of you. Got a little hard eyes on EF and V. I was thinking about you when I found that. Mama Capp, I'll catch you when I'm circling the block, but I'm not looking over my shoulder if I need you. Woo-wee! I don't say John came in with some heat this morning. Jared Albright, Fire Flame Heat today. Shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate the hell out of you. And, you know, I mean, fuck it. Why not? You know, you just love it so much. Smash! Shout out to each and every one of you. Appreciate the hell out of all you beautiful humming beans live in the chat. Oh, Mama Capp, too. I'm not the smartest one in the room. I remain teachable. Ooh-wee! Shout out Mama Bear. Some good perspective this morning. Well, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls of all ages, friends, family, far and wide, I thank you very much for helping that. Whoa, let me come back down on the screen here. I thank you. Well, there we go. Thank you very much for helping that third segment of the day go and flow. I don't even have Microsoft Teams. What the fuck are you? What the fuck is that? I can investigate that after this show. Who's to know? However, that's all we got coming your way on the third segment of the day. And that would mean that is it for episode 692, baby. But now before get you up to date on a few things, give you a couple updates, announcements, and hit you with those reminders, and then we will hit the bricks for the day. Show, my friends, if you don't know, you won't know. Today is Wednesday, hump day, and this is usually when we would have Decoding the Divide. I don't know if we're going to have it tonight. Not sure. I got some prior commitments, a couple other things. I'm tying up some loose ends. Might not have it this week. I don't know 100%. I'll keep you guys all up to date. I got to make some things happen here first thing this morning once we get off this show, and then I'll let you know who's to say, who's to know. But if not, I'll figure out a way, bring it back next week or whatever happens. We'll keep you guys all up to date on the timeline and in the gateway, everything in between. Speaking of the gateway, if you want to support Diamond Ham Media Group a little bit more and get fully involved with the Diamond Ham fam, join us in the gateway. It is your all-in-one community and resource hub, packed with benefits, perks, all sorts of stuff for all of those who embrace the Diamond Hand way. Start your 7-day free trial today. Might just be what you've been looking for quite a few years, and here it is knocking at your door. If you'd also like to support the show, buying a little merch, little Mine and Shine apparel. This is also a one of one that was bought personally for me. A shout out to the Diamond Hand fam on that. Also, there might be a new drop coming soon around the bend. There might be some new releases. We need some new threads to rock here coming up summertime. We need some stuff to when sun's out, guns out. We got to get some good new stuff put out there. So I've been working on a few things. I might have a few things up the sleeve. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Who's to say, who's to know what just might be coming out from Mine and Shine apparel. But if you'd like to look through the catalog or hop into the gateway or find something else pertinent to DHMG while you're waiting for that new drop, you can find it all in the links of this episode's description. And while you're laughing, looking at those links, maybe you could hit a subscribe button, turn on a notification bell, maybe even hit a like button as well. Maybe share out this show to someone you know could use the vibes. In all honesty, just please take a moment to smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow and make this show and all the shows that fall under the Diamond Hand Media Group umbrella bigger and better for each and every one of you. But my friends, that's all we've got coming your way on this beautiful Wednesday. Hump Day! March the 19th, 2025. Hope you come alive, and I hope you're ready to go crush this Wednesday, as our guy JK Big Time would say. But now, before I remind you of 3 key and crucial things. Number 1, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse.
What?
Number 2, even a dead fish can go with the flow.
What?
And number 3, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind at DHMG, we don't only HOLD. We hold each other up.
What?
And right now is one hell of a time.
What?
To flex those diamond hands.
What?
Shout out to each and every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for starting your day the right way here at F&F, baby. Thank you also for investing your most valuable assets, your time and your attention here on the show. You could have invested in 1,000,001 other ways this morning to start your day. And the fact that you invested it here, we are forever grateful. Appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you and continue to pay back that investment. Give you some high quality ROI by showing up each and every day on a consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. But for now, my friends, it's time to bid thee adieu. That's a wrap. Paper or plastic, put a bow on that summer beach. Time to make like geese and get the flock out. But not before we also remind you that you are kind, you are smart, you are important, and you are loved. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday morning, unless you have any other plans. We'll catch you on the flip side. Keep your eyes peeled for updates and announcements on DTD and anything else DHMG as this Wednesday rolls out. But for now, my friends, as always, I tell you, appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. Catch you on the flip. But for now, peace and love.